Two naval ships have returned from deployment to Naval Station Everett today. We're talking about the USS Gridley and the USS Sampson. They're going to call Everett home for the first time since they were deployed in January and earlier this year.
And we do have Fox 13's Dan Griffin live in Everett to tell us more about these naval ships and the return home. And you're seeing some reunions, Dan.
I am, and you know, it's already like very emotional for some of these families. You can see the tears and the hugs, the flowers. It's such a really beautiful thing to see these families coming back together. I'm actually joined with Megan Bodner here, commanding officer. You're holding your children, I assume, correct? So how does that feel?
It feels incredible. It feels really incredible. I haven't seen my little one since December when we left on deployment. Honestly, we actually just did a Tiger cruise from San Diego, so my older one just made the cut for the age requirement, and so we've had about 60 of our family and friends on board from San Diego, and that's been a real treat for him to get to experience being underway in a Navy ship. But they are all getting off, that's right. So yeah, it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah, I see so many families running up to each other. They have flowers, signs.
Yeah.
The emotions have got to be so raw and so real.
They are very, very real. And it's a big accomplishment. The deployment was incredibly dynamic. It was long, it was almost 8 months. And the crew just performed marvelously the whole time. I could not be prouder of what they did and what they were able to accomplish. It started off as a 7th Fleet deployment, and then midway we were retasked for independent deployment to 5th Fleet. So we spent the middle of the deployment in the Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman doing independent ops, working with our partner nations, and then we came back to 7th Fleet, met up with our strike group, and through all of that, the crew just, the enthusiasm level, the teamwork, the resiliency, just incredible. But it takes your toll over time being so far away from family and loved ones, so it's just a great day. We've been looking forward to this for so long.
You know, I think we can't overlook, too, all-female leadership team. That's a big deal.
Well, you know, it's funny because representation matters, and so it is a big deal from that perspective. What I think is the biggest deal about it is that it's not a big deal on board, right? Which I think is ultimately the goal. And so it doesn't really come up it doesn't really come up, but until other people see it, and then they say, well, that's actually really unique. And it is incredibly rare to have all three, but on a day-to-day basis, we're getting the job done. So didn't matter, which I think is really where we're always trying to get to.
Final quick question for you. What are your plans? What's the first thing you want to do now that you're back here in Washington?
I want to go home. I really just want to go home and see my friends and neighbors again, and just relax and enjoy. I'm so glad we made it back in time to enjoy the Pacific Northwest summer. We've got some touristy stuff we want to do in Seattle that we hadn't gotten a chance to do, and I think we've got a couple hikes and camping trips coming up, and that's just going to be just enjoying the area. This is after traveling around the world, you really appreciate home, right? This is a special place.
Well, I want to thank you so much for giving us some of your time. Welcome home. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right. And so obviously there are going to be a lot more reunions happening here this morning. A lot of people, look at this right here. You've got flowers, hugs, and so many more of these happening. I saw a couple run and kiss each other. You know, there's just nothing like being home, and I have to imagine there's nothing like being able to just hold your loved ones. So that's the latest live here in Everett. Dan Griffin, Fox 13 News. Back to you.